So whenever I interact with people, like, it don't matter if we're physically interacting, if we're interacting, period, you know, there's times where if your energy's too hard, too heavy, I could pick it up. But if you're like actively doing the work, you know, your energy is fine. Like if you're actively doing shadow work and healing yourself, it won't be that easy for me to pick up your energy, because you're not that broken. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, my energy is, I feel kind of drained. So yes, it's Marshallese history, y'all. Okay, we're gonna do a quick recap. First, we're gonna start off with Divinity and Creation, Chapter 1, Part 4. Wait, the book is called Marshall Islanders, Life and Customs, Mind and Religion. I found this book just from digging on the internet. And it took me a while to find this type of information, because it's like one of those things where when the student is ready, the teacher arrives, you know. So it's like I had to let go of certain stereotypes and certain ways of thinking before I was, you know, gained access to this type of information, because this information that I'm sharing now is, you know, it shakes a lot of foundations. Let's just put it that way. And yeah, I found this book when I was digging on the internet. So shoot. So chapter 1 is about divinity and creation, and it tells of the difference between Reluk's story of how Majo came about and Radak's version. I guess I can say I'm gonna translate this book myself and make it an unofficial translated version, because, you know, it's gonna be exactly how it's being translated word for word, including the way they spelled all the old Marshallese words. And there is a way that I can get this book published by myself. So I'm working on it. I might as well, since everybody keeps asking me. I was doing this as a hobby, honestly. I do this for fun. But since everybody else has been asking me for my version, the version you're reading, it's not really a version I'm reading. I'm literally just translating it myself with my fingers and my eyeballs. Okay, so the first, because, okay, shoot, how do I even start this? I guess I'm gonna put these on PDF files on my somewhere, and if you want to read any of these translated pieces, chapters, just inbox me your email, and I'm gonna get that started, and then just have it be like an open file for anyone who wants to read, to just read it, and then eventually I can get it published into a physical book myself. Yeah, that's you know, if you've been here long enough and you know where the right resources are to look, instead of sticking inside the Marshallese community, you could expand. Okay, and then chapter 2 talks about nature and whereabouts of the first living beings. It talks about the island of Ep, the gods, which are called Egajap, the evil spirits, which are called Anich, the goblins, aka Noniep, giants, aka Rumagayo, and then the Ghost Island Ep. Oh, okay, yeah, I already said that. It doesn't cover everything, and it says there's Nonieps and giants, but it doesn't have the other things. But when you read into this chapter, it actually does go into detail and breaks down the entire structure of our spiritual practices from the ground outwards. Okay, and then chapter 3 is about the way we used to venerate and worship these beings. Worship of spiritual beings. We had public worship, which included the Bup Festival and the Breadfruit Festival. And then we had private worship, which is when you have like the thing outside. What do you call it? That they have like a little ancestral altar area behind their houses, behind their huts. And then magic against the tidal wave. Okay? We did magic to keep the water off the land. And also, this book has old chants, old magic spells. You know, the Christian population is going to say it's very demonic, whatever. I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing none of that. No way, Jose. This is the Marshall Islanders Life and Customs, Mind and Religion book. And I've been pushing this book and spreading whatever. Anyways, chapter 4 is about the soul in life and the soul in life and after death. So this chapter tells of the concept of the soul, death, and the island where all the dead people go, the chieftain's burial, and how the commoners were buried. I have the German version. I translate it and I read it on my podcast, which is this right now. It's just a live stream, but I have other episodes coming that's not live stream. Okay, yeah. The soul in life and after death. Okay, and then chapter 5 is ancestor worship and spiritualism. Okay, we did, yes, we did venerate our ancestors. The concept and activity of dead spirits, because, the concept and activity of dead spirits. Food offerings to the deceased. Hi, Ruthlyn. Disease magic and spiritism. Disease magic go crazy because, you know, those families that have like demons to protect them, you know, it's things like that. And it explains how some certain things can be just simply passed on just from like sitting next to a person. You know, it's crazy. Like the reason why we do not know a single thing about our own history is because a lot of the things we did is magic. And I'm gonna keep saying this, and I feel like I'm tired of repeating myself, you guys. We're in week 6, all right? Yeah. Okay, and then chapter 7 is sorcery. It tells about there's a lot of you here in this chat right now that need to speak your truth. Okay, that's why this always hurts. That's why you always that's why when you sleep it hurts in your neck. Please speak your truth, because that energy is real heavy. When y'all collectively sit in here with the same type of energy, I feel it. Please speak your truth. Y'all shit. Okay, chapter 7. It's about sorcery. It tells about the sun, animals, and plants as resources or as sources of magic. Magical remedies against spirits against illnesses, and against death. Okay, so there was this girl that came in, she was trying to argue with me in the comment section. And she was just, it's like she was just outwardly saying like, yeah, everything our ancestors did was bad. But at the same time, that's what they tell us, right? That's what they told us growing up. But when you look at the reality of it, we can't really say that because we never knew what they were doing on a daily basis in the first place because we don't know our own history. So I'm saying this because when you read this book, it shows all the regular things, regular things we used to do every single day as old school, old ancient martialese people. Okay? And none of it was all that bad because we had, what was it? We had magic against spirits, magic against illnesses, magic against death, magic against elements, crazy weather. A lot of our magic was more so weather related. Cause we had, there was those 4 brothers, right? Or was it brothers? North, south, east, west. Them. We used to venerate them before we would travel. Before we would hop on the canoes and run around the waters and stuff, we would do rituals to the 4 brothers because they represented all the cardinal directions, and we sought out their guidance to help us navigate the waters. Okay, we also had magic for gaining courage, magic for catching fish, magic for producing rain, producing buck, producing man, producing fish. Okay? So when y'all listen to these church people say all we did was bad stuff, you got to really think about it because we don't even know what the hell we did. So we need to pull it together. That's what pisses me off. That's why I keep arguing with these Christians because y'all know I've been that brainwashed before and I came from it. This is what happens when you are open-minded, okay? Okay. Anyways, let me not get worked up because this is not my anger. This is all... Okay, chapter 9. Origins of tribes and totemism. It says, also religion and Christianity are 2 different things. I just learned this today. Let me... Oh, yeah, I was going to get you on the live anyway to tell, please. Also, if you are... I don't even know. Let me fix this. Because this is open floor, so what the hell am I doing? Whoever want to join, get on here.
Oh, wow. Cairo. I think my leg is scared.
Okay.
Oh, you made me a moderator?
Yeah, you've been a moderator. Okay. So chapter 9 tells of origins of tribes and totemism. And I think we went over that. We went over that like two weeks ago. And it tells of the Joeys, the ranks, and their totem, their egajap, the egajap that belongs to them, to whatever Joey. But some Joey are extinct because back then, whenever we wanted to kill off a family, we would kill off the family and the whole entire bloodline, women and children included. Because there's things I don't agree with that our ancestors did and things I'm like, oh, bitch, why we leave that behind? You know? Etc., etc. All right. So that brings us to chapter 10. Chapter 10 is about the people that turned into Ekajap of these of Bikini Ailinganai Rongalab Ronguruk Woto Ujai Lai Kwajale Namo Ailingalab Jelo Nambruk Ebon. So for these islands, this chapter 10 is about the ekajap for each island. And an ekajap an ekajap is a totem. Good Lord. Who here is new? Can y'all tell me who's new? Because I really, if I need to repeat myself, all right. But if I don't need to, I need to know. Because, jeez, where are you at, Ruthlyn? Let me bring yourself on here. I know where to start. Okay, I know where to start.
T, what's up, Ruthie T?
Yako yako. Okay, we're I think we should start back at I think we need to run it back to chapter 2. Cause chapter 3, 2, 3, whatever. You say you're not new. You're not new? Okay. This is so like alright, so fine. We go back to chapter 10. Okay, welcome everybody. Hold on, let me accept you real quick. Why you do that? You don't want to come on here? Oh, okay. If you're a spam account, I swear. Because it be bots in here.
Yahweh.
Okay, hello, Yahweh Yahweh.
What up, user 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13?
Yahweh.
Okay. Yahweh.
Tandaan already. Tandaan already. Oh my God.
Okay. Goodness. All right. So, Eli, do you remember when or where we left off at last time?
What happened?
Do you remember where we left off at last time?
It was chapter 10, I believe.
Okay, we were reading off the ekajap for different islands, and we are at Island Ganai. I know there's.
Oh, I'm lost here. Can I ask? What book y'all reading?
Okay, we're reading. It's called The Marshall Islanders. The Marshall Islanders: Life and Customs, Mind and Religion.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's a history book. It was written by one of the first explorers to go to Majel, to get to Majel. And it was like around a little bit after colonization was when it was written. Okay. Okay, are you familiar with what an ekajap is?
Who? Me?
You.
Ekajap? Nah, I'm not.
Okay, I'm just asking so that, like, cause
Were you asking this question or?
cause I'm like Bogota, like, there's people that are new here, and that's part of the reason why people are still arguing with me about this stuff is because they're not caught up on what we've been going over for the past 6 weeks.
Yeah, so that's why I said you should do
A recap.
brainstorm. There you go, brainstorm of all the chapters. Just put in one, like all in one, if you can.
Like summarize? You mean?
Summarize. There you go, brainstorm.
Good brainstorm. Like
Summary. Sorry, not a brainstorm. I'm having a brain fart right now.
Okay, I think the most important piece of information that we've came across so far is is the Elajab and the Anich. Okay, that's the most important piece of information so far that applies a lot, that really contradicts a lot of what's going on right now in our community. Because the point here is to break down this religious, what do we call it? This religious trap. You're in religious brain prison. Okay. Okay. So, there's decolonize the way you connect with the Most High. That is the point here. Because everybody wants to be connected to God, but we keep trying. But the way they taught us how, it's kind of backwards. But it ties in a lot of it ties in with our history, mental health, politics. Okay, so an Erajab is a totem. Totem is like not a totem pole like how the Hawaiians have it, but like just a structure that your soul goes to whenever you pass on. That was our religion. That was our belief. And there was two ranks of Erajab. There's a high ranking Erajab, and then there was a low ranking Erajab. The high ranking Erajab, they were like, the former chiefs and Leroch that used to, that passed on, they became high ranking Erajab. And if they chose whatever they wanted to be, whether it was a big stone or a tree, etc., etc., and then whenever they passed, their soul would go to whatever they chose to be, and then we would go and honor them as if they're still alive. Okay, so only the high-ranking Erajab had these spirits, the bad spirits that they would send to people to go attack them and bring harm to them, okay? Those negative bad spirits were called Anich. So now we're reading the rest of the Erajab for the other island. And the Erajab is it's either an animal or a plant. Okay. Okay, I'll check it. So yeah. So now we got to because last week we read the Erajab for Bikini, which is like a list of the people that turned into plants or animals that are still around right now. So, all right. So Bikini had luwejat, lame, waririr kan, kabinam, lok tongarangar. Like for example, Kabinam was a bird that was next to a sea mark, He was, and Loktangarangar was a hollow tree trunk floating in the north of Bikini, surrounded by many extinct popcones. The Erajab like that. Some of them were birds, some of them were trees. Okay. So this is Bikini's list. Bikini also had Loktangarangar, Worejabato, Kamejeo Kabloyo, which is it's like a pine bush and a hibiscus bush. Like that's an Erajab. Lawayim Lamatal, Lomoro, who is a shark on the weather side of Bikini. Yeah, it's very complex. Like the way our spiritual religious system was very complex. Because we had the Erajab, and the Erajab had children. So if it's a basalt stone, sometimes the basalt stone's children was the birds, and the birds' children was the fish. It was very complex. Like eventually I'm gonna draw it out. I feel like I have to draw it out because it's like really, it'll be better if we visually see it with our eyeballs because explaining it is so.
Yeah, I'm a visionary together, Marley.
You say what?
Well, what do you call it? I gotta see it, like,
Yeah, a visual
visually.
learner. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
visual learning.
Yeah, me too. Yago yago. If Black Magic was a person, I'd think of you. You obviously think of me all the damn time because what you doing in my shit talking shit. Number 12 or number 11, Lich Pangun. Um, yeah. Like, you guys, look, listen. You could talk shit to me, but please expect I'm always going to talk shit back. And sometimes people don't like talking to me because then I'm not going you. So don't try it. Ligurainwut, who was a bird. This is where the word rakarak comes from. It's a Bikini word because Ligurainwut, she was a female heron bird, which is Lokajan Majo, the Enna bird. So instead of saying Nana, they say rakarak because Enna is a bird. You know, okay, so this person said, Kajin Majal Mok Jilwun Jab Melele. I like analyzing how I feel when y'all talk about stuff like that, cause I don't know, don't you think it's a good opportunity to also better your English too? Cause I have open spaces so people can also get on here and share. Oh, that's fine, go ahead. I'm reading this book that I translated. So, anyways, we're moving along. Eiling and I. We're reading the Ekajab for each island. You gotta catch up. You have to go on my stuff to catch up because I am still tired of repeating myself. This is like week 6. We covered Ekajab in week 1. Yeah. Anyways, Lajumwe. Lajumwe was a okang tree at sea, a red-headed goose which stays near Najibin. So, they need a translator box 1. Do you want to be the translator? Where do you get your info from? Okay, there's so many comments. Search her page. She's basically opposite of black magic. Yes, I am. I'm a victim of black magic, okay? I had no option and nowhere and no one to call when I had black magic happen to me, so I had to figure it out. But I only started in one spot. One person in my family on one other side taught me how to boo-boo, and then I went from there, okay? So the purpose of all this is that you cannot fight magic without magic. Okay, there's bad magic, there's good magic. If you don't understand, why are you in here trying to make it a hard time for everybody? Because your flag is not even Marshallese. Hey, Lord, nhưng nghe, parang nga rumayo. Oh, get on here. Get on here. Get on here. Bring that ass. Bring that ass. You got boogie battle black magic. If I got issues with someone, she will always have my back. That's fine. I'm not that person. I tried black magic one time, and you know what God did to me? God mopped the floor with my ass. Okay? I don't do black magic. I don't condone it. It was done to me. So please, if you're looking for, and plus at the same time, you talking from a anonymous page. No, no, no. I don't want the love, honey. Cause you focus on other stuff. Anyways, Legend was a Legend was. See, look, you don't want to get on here, then don't run your mouth. Okay. But the floor is open if you guys want to get on here, though. Yago, yago. Okay, in view of Legend give the following. Oh. Okay, so Legend is a Egajab lo. What is? All right, did I start at a bad time or something? Because I started at I was late. This is what y'all got me effed up. This is why Marshall's time needs to be put to rest. Okay, I started a whole what time is it? I started a whole hour and 15 minutes ago. You guys in your Marshall's time, we need to work on it. This is why we miss out on good things. Okay? Okay. Look, I didn't come here to troll people just like y'all. Oh my gosh, let me. So Islanganai, the echo job for Islanganai is Legend, and then they have a chant. Well, I don't even know if it's called a chant, but it's kajangan Legend. Eu eto kubuer puen ruo chapan kapoe poge in najipin ililwat, which translate to in view of Legend give the following sailing order: lower a second steering paddle to deflect the wind. Then the point of Najibin will be struck. Okay. And then number 2, Luminium Lijara, 2 stones on the lagoon beach of Karo, formerly women.
People, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
It's totally off the topic. RC boy, man, go back and worship your Allah, bro. Muslim boy.
Oh, well. Okay, time out. Because, okay, I think we should do... Let me improvise here. Let me improvise. The chapter I'm reading...
Can I say something?
Yeah,
I think
go ahead.
Stop looking at the comment because, there's distraction,
I'm so sorry. That's why I don't interact with the comment section. Okay.
Yeah, just keep going.
Let me improvise, okay? Because we're reading chapter 10. So this is section 4 of the book because there's 4 sections. There is... Okay, so let me improvise. So since there's a lot of new viewers on here, we are going to go over the table of contents because after we finish off, we're actually finishing off part 4. And we can go back up to part 2 because part one of this book is about like just the general plants, islands, lagoons, animals, the geography of Mayo. But okay, where are we at? Part 2. Part 2 is about... Ugh, this is why I broke my mouse. I don't do this. Part 2 hold on, because there's also cultural things we don't know about our actual culture. Like they tell about the things we used to do when women were pregnant, when like you know what's crazy? They had Prieto had they had an understanding of mental wellness. Okay? So if you look at our elders now, they're like mental illness, mental. You know, it's just they don't believe in mental health things. But back then, we even had wunos and magic for mental wellness. That's, you know, there's a lot that they really disconnected us from. And it's like, okay, when it comes to awakening, right? When it comes to understanding how nature and the cosmic planets and stars work. When it comes to things like that, Rumajo was up there. We knew some things. But when we got colonized, they came and they're like, hey, what you're doing is bad. And then so we kind of lowered our own vibration and put ourselves in this box. When the entire time what we come from is actually higher than this. And the reason why I say it starts with yourself is because I could tell you whatever I know or whatever I could tell you whatever, but it's always going to be up to you to really apply it and really feel what I feel. So instead of me telling you what to do, I'm going to show you how to do it yourself. So you can awaken that part of yourself, because when you awaken that part of yourself, you'll really understand, like, this shit is fucked up. Everything is messed up. Just looking around, and it's like, that's why, like, yesterday on Eli's live, I had I was asking people, just people in general, like, are y'all not tired of the same BS, living the same day every single day? I can look at the time and know who's doing what and where and for how long are they gonna do it. That's how much Marshallese people stay in this loop. Nobody can think that we can actually get out of this. All right, who else wanted to join? Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Okay. Huh? I'm translating the German book. Okay. Okay, so for book 2, because right now we're on book 4, we're finishing it off, and then we're going to go back to book 2, or part 2. Part 2, table of contents. Sociology or society, law and customs, chapter 1. Chapter 1 is about social and political structure, inheritance law. Ooh, I think that's real important for this whole Rebecca situation. Class structure, high chief and sub chiefs, nobles, commoners. Class insignia. So under social and political structure, there's tattoos, clothing, jewelry, housing, inheritance, etiquette, manit. Chapter 2, well, one of the chapters is, because this whole, look, because this is what it looks like when you just copy and paste it. Hold up. How do I flip? Okay. Wait. Okay. Like, okay. This is when I copied and pasted it. This is how it always turns out. It always turns out, gosh, my screen is really small. Hold up, let me make it big. Because it's not like y'all want to get on here anyways. Hold up. Okay, here we go. So this is where when I copied and pasted it, and it's like, you know, it shows all these extra shapes, and it messes up the translation. So it's like, you know, but whenever I manually type it, it just comes out regular. But I have to where did it go? I have to use this character right here. This character, I be having to copy and paste it when I type things out so that it comes out right. That's how I translate it. So if y'all want to, you know, take your time. So. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so it also says, okay, because this is book 2. It also covers forced labor of commoners, food and subsistence of chiefs by the commoners, because the things that the royal family were eating was different than what the commoners were eating, because only the high ranking families, the Iroj families, were eating pup and meh, and commoners were eating coconuts and plants and fish. But yeah, hold up. Wait. Okay, wait. I'm trying to fix this stupid tripod. I'm so sorry. I'm so very sorry. Biatch. Oh, wow. I didn't even pause it. Okay. Okay. Chapter 3, Kinship and Totemism. Degrees of kinship. Artificial kinship, which is like adoption. Friendship. I think friendship is the Jara relationship. Ooh, these are actual chapters I haven't even looked at myself. Totem belief, marriage, the position of women, because we had multiple wives, and they all had positions, ranks themselves. Oh Lord. Okay, chapter, I don't know what chapter it is because the thing is messed up. It looks like chapter 2 or chapter 4, 3 or 4. Chapter 4, children, the position of the children. Pregnancy, childbirth, the creating of a child. Dismissal spells, giving birth. Hanging what? Number of children, not child nutrition, child games, the rights of the firstborn, which is crazy, which I understand why there's a complex with Manje people, because the rights of the firstborn is no, just no. I don't agree with it, because it's the best way to create a narcissist if you look at the mental health outcomes of the rights of the firstborn, which is crazy, because it's like, if you're the firstborn, especially firstborn boy, what you say goes with everybody, including your parents, siblings. Yeah.
Ain't that like Roman stuff too?
the-
Like other like
yeah, like
European civilization, you know?
yeah,
Like the firstborn,
I heard
they're
a lot
always
of our
like,
old ways was very similar to Egyptians, ancient Egyptians,
yeah.
like Moses' time. Okay, okay, it also covers, okay, because this is all part 2. It covers puberty, because one thing that Marshallese people we were magical, and we were also very sexual. We had no sexual limitations. Okay. Um, psychology. Yeah, it also explains the psychology of Marshallese people back then, which is like no different than the way it is now. It's just that we switched from our own culture to Christianity. Okay, that's book 2. Book 3, or not book 3, part 3 of the same book. This is the version that's being passed around in the academic community, like the people at the colleges, which is crazy because like we can't access none of this information for free. We gotta pay to go to college to learn any of this. So I'm not gatekeeping any of this information. I feel like the only thing I would be charging for money for is if like for the physical copy of the book, because I'm making one, because fuck it, I might as well. Okay, book number 3, part 3. Part 3 tells about higher intellectual life, language, poetry, mythology. Customs and superstitions, proverbs like old Marshallese sayings, religious myths, and then it also tells of Lawilip's children, Gemelud and Ledau. Ledau is the trickster, Maui, right? But I don't know, because one thing that confuses me is a lot of these people, a lot of these names are people that actually existed, right? And they did all these magical things and they became gods. So it's like this is where the self stuff comes in, because
Can I interrupt for a minute?
yeah, go ahead.
Isn't Leia like Loki, right? The trickster, like came from the Viking and stuff.
I think
That's what we got
that's
him.
their version. I think Loki. Well, no, I think because I thought Loki. Well,
Loki is a trickster.
yeah,
He's a god of trick. Yeah, look.
yeah. So that's their version. That's the Greek mythology version. But we
So
have
how did
our
he
own
come to our
version.
island? How did he like? That's the devil. Like a saint.
Wait, who's the devil?
Like Loki. Like he's like a demon, right?
I don't think so.
Cause,
Was it?
'cause he
Well,
came.
cause I'm not really familiar with Greek mythology, but
So Greek mythology, like Loki and them, right? Like
yeah,
the
Loki,
Vikings.
Thor. Yeah.
Yeah. How did they get to our like island? Like they're believed to our island, and then they
That's
call them Maui, and they call them Leatao in Micronesian.
cause in every culture has their own version of the same storyline.
Mm.
Can I get the book? Yeah, just email me. I have a book similar to the one you're covering, except it's called Religrada, but less subtopics. Yeah, I found this on the internet. Nobody had it. Like I went digging. Like I had to look up certain things certain Marshallese keywords, but in German or in Russian. That's how I found this book, because this whole book is in Russian or German. Okay. I think, and I also think this book has the story of how Ledao became a demigod, because he pissed off this lady. He pissed off a witch lady, and she gave him a drink, and he turned into a demigod. He was just a regular human first. And at the same time, I also wanted to say the spirits of Mayo, they're still very active, right? And so they're still around. They're still attacking people. Some people don't even know they're being attacked by it because we don't know shit about our own history. So knowing our own history will actually help everybody be more spiritually protected. Because this whole time that there's been a growing population of Marshallese people that turn to Christianity, and then they're like, oh, none of that is real. Like, I try not to cuss people out when they say that, because there was also another person in my comment section saying, yeah, but none of that was real. Like, excuse my language, but bitch, you know how much your ancestors are about to whoop your ass for saying that? If you look around your life, the more you pray, sometimes you don't know what you're praying to. So you're giving your energy to this thing they told you is God. And it's like, cause I also said this yesterday on Eli's live. When you pray to something they told us was God, but we're so obedient. We did not question anything because they told us not to. But when you look into the history of where the Bible came from, or why it was even created, they utilized that Bible to for slavery, to create a perfect slave. Don't question me, do what I say, or else. Because when you look into colonial history, a lot of the nations that they colonized, a lot of those nations fought back with magic. So, they took them from where they were. They still had the magic within them because it was in here. They kept their culture in here. So over the next few thousand years, they're like, all right, what's the best way we can get them without much resistance? So they created this Bible. And the thing I keep saying about the Bible is the version that we grew up with, it's crumbs compared to the whole thing. Yeah, come in, Ruthlyn, girl.
Okay, so this also ties in with the whole conversation on Christianity. And the reason why we speak up about Christianity, because religion and Christianity are two very different things. I just learned that today. I went digging, I went reading, and a lot of the articles that I have found were mostly written by other Christians, but there were also websites that I found that actually really talked about what the difference is. So, religion at its core, it centers around God, and it centers around the work that you do in order to please God, basically. So your actions, things that you do, the good things that you do in this lifetime is how you would gain favor from God, right? Christianity keeps Jesus Christ at the center. So instead of doing the work, what you are doing when you are practicing Christianity, you are basically what was the word that they used to describe it? Basically, it's like you are trying to be more like Christ, right?
Mm-hmm.
But because the Bible has been distorted, instead of doing the actual work that you need to do in this lifetime, because everybody that incarnates in this realm, they all have a purpose.
Yeah.
And the thing about Christianity is that instead of putting God in the center, you are putting Jesus Christ at the center. But Jesus Christ's whole mission when he was sent here was to get the collective, everybody to basically do all, because what religion does is it focuses on the rituals, it focuses on the practices, the discipline.
Money.
Yes. Christianity doesn't really belong in religion because a lot of these different religious practices, for example, like Buddha, um, Muslim, all these
Mm-hmm.
different practices, they keep God at the center, not another, a second person, another, the
Ooh!
middleman. So that's what Jesus is in Christianity.
Jesus is a man of flesh.
Yes. The belief of Christianity is that as long as you keep your faith in Christ, then you will be able to please God, right?
Right,
But
right, right.
Jesus was trying to tell everybody, you're not supposed to serve the man. It's not about coming to this world and serving the man. It's all about serving God, right? But
Yeah.
in order to do that, you have to do the inner work. What does the inner work look like? Healing, healing your
Healing.
trauma,
Healing your
being
being.
in service with people.
Kuna
A
ba
lot of
Yahweh?
people,
Yahweh.
yeah, it just like that. Spreading love. That is what we are sent here to do, is
Yes.
to sow.
Bring fruit. Eh? Bring
Mm-hmm.
fruit.
Exactly. That is what the
Bring
mission is
seed.
here, is to spread God's divine love and peace. Not look at Jesus and be like, what he did for us is going to save us. Because going to Jesus is not going to save you. Doing the
Yeah.
inner work that you're supposed to do in this lifetime is what's going to save you.
Oh yeah.
Everybody that God has sent here has a purpose. Even if that purpose everybody's purpose is not going to be the same.
Yeah. And
Yeah, that's why
therefore your journey
we
is
cannot
different.
act like, yeah, we can't be Jesus, cuz what he did was his purpose. Our purpose here is going to be different. But it's all, at the end of the day, the work, the purpose that we do, it contributes to the healing. It contributes to God's love.
Mm.
Yeah,
Amen.
that's what I
Totally
learned today.
understand. Hmm. Because that also ties in where was Jesus for 20 years? Because
Right.
what I was trying to say yesterday was he disappeared for 20 years because he was in the Bible when he was 12, showed back up at 30. So actually 18. Yeah. He disappeared, came back and started helping the people. He started helping the people heal. He started helping the less fortunate. He was outside. He was hanging out, healing the prostitutes and the thieves and all that, the criminals, the homeless. And what Elijah had said was that they didn't like that he was helping the ones that they already labeled as worthless, basically. Like, what are you doing helping those poor people? Ew, what the hell? We already said they can't get nothing from us. So,
Can I chime in after you?
yeah, go ahead.
No, you continue first.
Yeah, I was just saying, so, the way they treated Jesus and had that mentality, it still applies right now because that's what a lot of our church leaders are doing right now. A lot of them, but,
Yeah. So most of you guys know I'm a Christian, right? And what Ruthland said was basically true. You know, yeah, we put Christ as a living God, right? But we gotta follow his teachings, And to chime in on Ruthland's, um, it in the Bible it did say, in order to have access to the Father, you gotta have access through me first, right?
mm-hmm.
So I'm still learning about that. I don't even know what the meaning of that is yet. But once I get to it, I'll give you guys the answer to it. But when was it? I think it was. Oh yeah, it was last night after my live. I went to Chucky's. You guys know who Chucky is, right? We are one.
They're over there? I thought they were in Arkansas.
No, I went to her live on TikTok.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
So, and there was this.
Great girl, by the way. Great woman.
Yeah, she is. So, I chimed in on her live a little, and then I was being challenged, right?
Oh,
I
oh,
was I was being challenged by a dude that was in the Muslim religion,
oh.
and
Mm-hmm.
and this dude, he's a great guy. Though he's like well minded. He has all these great questions, and he was asking me like this and that and this. And when I asked him one specific question that he couldn't answer, I was like, "Well, I think you have your answer. That I think your religion is false, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, but this and that." I'm like, "No, man. Here, I'm trying to spread some peace, but here you are trying to spread some negative thoughts on certain things. We never question your. I never question your faith, and you are questioning my faith. My faith is in God, and God only. Yes, Christ is in the middle of it, but the even the prophets said that there's going to be a person that's going to set the way, which was John the Baptist. He's going to set the way for the Christ, which was Jesus Christ.
Mm.
And the Bible claimed that there were a lot of witnesses that saw him resurrected and ascended to the heavens, right? And I don't know if people back then were telling the truth or not, or they would just want to be in the cloud at the moment. But for me personally, I think that's a living truth. I don't know about others, but yeah, Christianity is basically like what Woodland said, a middleman. You just gotta believe in the word. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The middleman. The Yeah, I also want to add on to that because if I always looked at the church as the middleman because it's like if you were truly connected with yourself or if you were truly connected with God, you wouldn't have to really go outside of yourself to hear him because he's in here.
Yeah. So what Christ did with his disciples, he collected the broken. They were all broken when he collected them to become his to be for them to become his students. So
Mm.
he saw their intentions, and he felt their energies that was broken. So what he did was he he was trying to set them right to get their aura straightened up for what is to come, right? So when you look at it, he collected a tax collector that was broken within the family, broken by the community. So he created chaos within the community and his family. And he also collected couple of fishermen who were troubled in depression, anxiety, suicidal, you know,
Death. It's
debts, yeah. And he collected another, I think it was he was a assassin.
Mm.
He was trained assassin. And he his one of his disciples was a trained assassin. He ditched he left his brother alone out in the he left his brother alone. His brother was crippled. He didn't walk for it. He was paralyzed when he was what 13 years old, 12. So he left him out in the ditch. Grew up 20 some years later, 30, 20 some years later. He came back to where he was. I think it was Jerusalem, and he was one of the people that Christ healed at the pool.
Mm.
And his brother, the assassin, was a very dangerous man. So he was out to kill uh, a hierarchy member. I forgot who it was from the Roman army, and then officers. And when he saw that his brother was walking again, he literally like dropped everything, dropped everything, and followed Christ. And he opened up to Christ and all of these stuff. Like he was really hurt inside. So yeah, most of his, all of his, Jesus didn't set it. That's it.
Mm. Okay, bawon. Always continue.
Yeah.
You said what?
Pokemon will continue.
Okay.
Obviously, I already know all those stories.
Thank you, Eli, for sharing. For the, because I don't really know Bible stuff. I don't really know scripture. Okay. Okay, I was just going over, I guess after we finish part 4 for this book, we just actually gonna go back to part 1 from the beginning, because I was just reading the table of contents, and it's um
What you find?
man, I feel like, that thing we was talking about. Yeah, this might solve some stuff. Okay, chapter 1, of course, is population, the population and their physical structure. I haven't read these parts, by the way. So, physical structure, what do you mean, like their bodies? Origin? Oh my gosh, I don't know. Cause I went straight to the I jumped straight to the religion and magic, because that's basically something that I've been trying to figure out with Marshallese people, because with Marshallese history, because of myself, actually, because it's like I hear, I see, and I feel spirits, my ancestors. Sometimes I sit here and if I read certain things that's going on at Mayo, I feel angry times 1,000 because it's not just my own anger, but it's also the anger of my ancestors, you know? So I started looking for anything that has to do with what we were like spiritually before we got colonized. So when I found this book, I jumped straight to section 4 because I was curious as hell. So, book 1, it tells of the origin, I don't know origin of what, the physical structure of I don't know what. It might be our bodies because we have that theory that we were taught before the bomb. Native and introduced diseases. Because a lot of the colonizers brought a lot of diseases to us. And cats. I like cats, but damn, y'all don't. Medicines, tidal waves, and sea transport. What is that? Tidal waves and sea transport. Chapter 2, body decoration, clothing, and sculptures. We had sculptures. Ear piercings, tattooings, patterns, and
Well,
execution
yeah, we
of
did
this.
have sculptures.
Huh?
We did have sculptures.
I ain't never seen them before. Because they took
I think I
everything.
think I think most of them were made out of woods.
Okay. Okay. Men's clothing, women's clothing, manufacture of clothing fabrics. Jewelry, necklaces, rings, and marmar. Like, not wreaths, but okay, chapter 3, the way they lived, the way their house was, external form of the house, the construction of the house, interior furnishings of the house. Did we have beds? No, I'm kidding. The chieftain's hut, settlement sites. Wow, okay, my ass. I'm pretty sure if we read this whole book from the beginning all the way down to the magic and the religion, we would understand way more. I apologize. Okay. Plant foods, coconut, breadfruit, arrowroot flour. Ruthlin, girl, we had arrowroot flour. That's crazy. We didn't even have wheat flour. Okay, when we got colonized, they brought the wheat. We don't have wheat. Wheat flour, that's what we eat right now. But what we used to eat was arrowroot flour.
Yeah.
What is arrowroot?
So
I
what I
mean,
learned.
man.
So what I
You mean
learned
right?
from then before we got colonized.
Wait. Time out. There's 2 talkers at the same time. Rock, paper,
Sorry, go ahead,
scissors.
box 4.
No, go ahead. You go ahead. Sorry.
Okay.
Arrowroot is I think they're talking about man. Grapefruit. I
No,
think no.
arrowroot. Wait, what is arrow? Hold on, let me Google it real quick so we can look at a picture of what
It's
it
a
looks
type
like.
of root.
It's a pulagaga. Oh my gosh, how do you say root, branch,
I
and
think it's
Marshallese?
taro. It's like taro.
Arrowroot. I think maybe. What do you think, Boxel?
Where'd he go?
I think that's Yaraj, no?
Where is arrowroot found in?
Or purple?
Hold
No, that's
on.
a fruit.
Oh my gosh, this plant. How do I flip I always forget how to flip this stupid camera.
Hey, this is Mike Ray, day-to-day director, and you're watching 2KT.
Oh my gosh, get
I
bigger.
think it's similar to cassava.
This plant.
And most importantly, we're here to showcase and connect with you, the 2K community.
What is that?
That's arrowroot. I don't know the Marshallese name for it. Somebody said, I think branch is oh. No, yeah, this is arrowroot. It's a plant ant module. If it's not there no more, then it's probably extinct. OMG. It's making me sad. It's hella hot in this mother effer. Okay. Alright, arrowroot. We had arrowroot flower. Oh my gosh, I'm really gonna switch because arrowroot flower, that's what you find in the vegan community right now.
What the heck is
How's the
an
plant
arrowroot?
based? It's a
Did we
plant.
eat those?
Thought it was a plant
Is
with
it
roots shaped like arrows. Girl.
is it edible?
Yeah. That's one
Hmm.
of the things that's one of the plants we used to eat. Okay.
Yeah.
Um
So before the colonizers came, what I learned was it was if it was white, do not take it.
yeah, because white is it's like bleached, like they bleach white. If it's white, if it's
Yeah.
white flour, white sugar, anything that's an ingredient that's white, it's bad
How'd
for
you
you.
know?
Huh?
It's
You want
bad
to
for you.
sleep?
Oh, I thought he was talking to us.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but what I want to know is like what kind of like salt white. Like how did they take it from the sea or what?
The arrowroot.
No. Like when they use salt, our
Oh
ancestors.
yeah. I'm pretty sure they did it the same. The original process
The
of
same process
like
from the
yeah, the
ocean.
same process of how they make salt from the sea salt.
Hmm.
Okay. Um. Okay. So this is what we used to eat. Please listen and pay attention. Coconut breadfruit, arrowroot flour, pop, banana, and then those are the plants. These are the animals we ate. Please listen closely. Fish, turtles, crabs, lobsters. It doesn't say clams. It doesn't say shrimp. Okay, because that's what cleans our oceans, and y'all be eating that shit. Stop eating
Yeah,
shrimp
we
and
should be
Yep.
eating
clams.
shrimps, what do you call those?
Stay from the
Clams.
Pigs.
ocean.
They're
I
bugs.
I feel like
Yeah.
if I
Those are roaches in the ocean.
Those are like sanitation.
Same thing with the what do you call that? The million what?
yeah
What is
With
that?
yeah. So
the jogara?
I'm sorry. Every time I
Oh,
get worked up, it's
yeah.
not me. I'm sorry.
Why do we eat those?
Nah, I
Uh,
do that same. Don't worry. We all do that.
Yep. I just had jogara like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
yeah.
Bruh.
Okay. Okay. So the next chapter that for part one. Good lord. Fishing skills of the islanders in fishing. Different types of fishing. Nets, baskets, fish traps. Special fit. Special fishing methods for individual species, the language's wealth of fishing related terms. Ooh, Lord. We had a lot of words for different types of fish and fishing. Okay, it also covers canoeing and canoe trips, tools and materials for shipbuilding, furnishings and parts of the canoe, the use of the canoe voyages, shipwrecks, description of a personal shipwreck. Oh my gosh. And then chapter 8 for part 1. Stars. Wait. Constellation science. The relationship of stars and moon to the winds. Cloud science. Weather superstitions. Oh man. Because remember, I said a lot of the magic we did was weather related. Weather related. We were not
Yeah.
harming each other until the interclan wars started.
Yeah, you remember what Tristan said about what was it? Jabro? How he was a constellation?
Yeah. I also think Lakege was a constellation.
Okay, that's my chima.
Yeah, I think he was a constellation because there was a list of constellations, a list of stars that they had.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's in this book.
Damn, that dink hitting, huh?
Because before I started to share this book, I was already like reading it by
Look at
myself.
Brooklyn.
but there's certain parts I didn't read.
You okay over there, brother?
I had to mute him.
Is the pen kicking in or what?
Somebody coughing in the background.
Literally kicking his ass. I'm so sorry. I'm laughing.
She straight up that thing hidden or what?
Hold on, I can't. I'm sorry. Can you
My
unmute
bad.
yourself? I had to mute it for a second, but I don't know if I don't know if that means I muted
No, that's
you.
not me. That's not me.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's my nephew.
I was getting distracted a
He's
little
sick
bit.
right now.
Oh,
I am so
I'm so
sorry.
sorry.
feel better, little guy or nephew.
okay. Um. Okay. It says star and wave science. Ooh. Restriction of star and wave science to certain families and individuals. Are you wait, what? Time out. Restriction of star and wave science to certain families and individuals. So there's certain types of star and wave things that some families or people were not allowed to do. The stars and constellations known to the Marshallese, some stars particularly important for seafaring and weather. Meaning, the meaning of some constellation stories and sayings. Okay, this is the chapter we need to get in here. No, it was laid out. That was the trickster. Yes, yeah,
That's that sums it all up.
yeah. Okay, yeah, we gotta come back to part one because oh my gosh, I don't even know. Actually, I'm gonna hold a poll. I'm gonna host a poll for this because this boy. Okay, meaning of some constellations, the stories and the sayings, the reasons for their names, wave science. I want to know that one because the climate change is really mopping the floor with y'all over there. Um, weapons, spare. We had a spare. We a spear. We had a throwing stick, a sling, and stone. War and warfare. Mm, that's part one. Part two. That was part one table of contents. Part two table of content. Cause I'm gonna go over shit. I'm gonna host a poll and I'm gonna put down what we should be reading next. Cause right now it's part four, and it's ending with the what you call it, the dang ekajap stuff. Okay. Oh, okay. I already read the table of contents for part two. Did I? Yeah, I did. Okay, table of contents per part for part three, and this is the part three is what yeah.
That's a W. That's a W. Rebellious. That's a W.
He sent you 34 roses.
That's a W.
Is that me?
Am I
Oh,
saying it right?
yay! Thank you for the thingies.
I think I
I don't
think
understand TikTok, so
I think TikTok's slang is that's a W.
yeah. Thank you for the roses.
W W rebellious W.
Okay. Okay. Oh no, where did I go? Okay, now we're gonna read this table of contents. Okay, I'm gonna post episode 5. Right now we are on episode 6. I'm posting episode 5 this coming next few days, and that one is kind of cute and juicy because we also get into more of this stuff. The reason why I haven't argued with a lot of The reason why I haven't argued a lot with these Christians is because a lot of the things that I could say have already been covered in episode 5. Because that episode, it got pretty deep.
One was there.
Like the,
Really deep.
oh, thank you.
Like, it went. We were talking about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, like deep conversations.
So after we get off of this episode, I'm gonna start editing videos from last week and start posting that because that I'm about to drop that because that one was cute. It's one of my favorite episodes because we got into it about Jesus, what Jesus.
you say what?
The white Jesus.
You're black?
So no, the white Jesus. So the white Jesus, he's basically the one of the Pope's son. Pope
Uh huh.
from the medieval era.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the Pope name was Alexander. What? Alexander the Sixth. His last name
Oh,
was Borgia. So he had two sons
two
and one
sons.
daughter. And one of his sons was the cardinal that led the Vatican army, and the other son was the lover of the Da Vinci.
Hmm.
So Da Vinci was the he was a I
Leonardo
don't
da
know.
Vinci, the great painter.
Yeah, he was a
Oh,
painter.
I don't recognize that guy.
The
Yeah,
same man that the
I know, I know.
Mona Lisa. That guy.
Yeah.
the inventor, the great inventor. Yeah, him. So he's the one that drew up the white Jesus,
Yeah.
which
Oh yeah.
which was Cesar Borgia.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I kind of knew that, bro. I kind of knew that.
That's good.
Little bit.
Yeah, that's why don't stop questioning everything. If you don't feel comfortable about it, question it.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what I. That's who I am, man.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just seen a word on here. Okay. I'm sorry. So yes, that's going to be covered on the episode 5. And I'm gonna post that on YouTube. All that. Um Eli obviously was also on
Hey,
that last one.
what? Can you
Okay.
send me your email so I can read the book?
Yeah, you send me your
Oh,
email so I can send you the book.
oh, okay. I send you.
Okay. Okay, so
Everything.
let
Hey,
me
bro,
finish
everything is
this off.
brainstorming right now, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna finish this
I
off
can't believe I said
because it's after
brainstorm, man.
1. It's imadawa. So let's finish this off. Chapter okay for book three. Book 3, table of contents. Yeah, higher intellectual life, language, poetry, mythology. Um, the dictionary, the sea chants, love songs, myths, content and location, religious myths. Puebenado la Willem and his children Ledao and Gemelut. Para Puebenado in Luktanger. Yeah, yeah, that story, and it also covers ghost myths. It talks about Mejenquar, the defeated spirits, the reproachful corpse. What the frick is that? The reproachful corpse. I don't know, but we also had magic spells for bringing people back from the dead. We did that. We used to do that. Okay. So, social and moral myths. The chief, things about the chief. A story about somebody that got punished for violating the customs. Uh, the social and moral myths. One is incest, temptations of incest. Yeah, Mijanquar, the kidnapped and returned woman. So it's like just buenado of certain things that happen around Majo. Yeah, it's a lot of buenados. But then the last chapter is the discovery of Kule Island, the discovery of Elip Island, origin of the Rebra tribe, special rights of the Jal tribe. Chief Mawilin dies in the war in Natik or Namurik. Why there are many turtles in Bigar. The first coconut palm, wonderful planting of the Muinak property. Yeah. Plus, this is just one book. I also have another, 2 other books, or 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I'd be collecting. I like to get wooded and go cruising on the internet. Okay. Anyways, as it is after. No ragarak here. And that's on Bikini 177. Girl. Alright. I'm half asleep. I'm hot. It's hot in this dang little office of mine. I shall see y'all on the internet. Because I'm still posting more and I'm still running my mouth. If you want a reading, hit me up. It's $30. Boo Boo God. I've been random people have been hitting me up for the reading services, but I would like to say thank you for tuning in to Talk Stories podcast.
I want readings. I want CMOS.
Oh, CMOS is in the way back because we got to get all this shit first. So it's still coming because we have products. Obviously, we still have. We have a lot of products. I'm coming out with a smoke blend. It is different herbs that you can mix with your marijuana. Roll it, smoke it.
Sorry, I cannot do that no more.
Well, yes, I know of the Akashic records. I have been trying to access it, but it takes time. Takes time and energy.
No.
What happened, Bark 4?
Huh?
I like it.
So yeah, thanks you guys. I'm gonna get off now.
Good night.
Good night. Bye.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Love you guys.
Mm.